Welcome back to another video. This is Codeforces Educational Round 142 and the problem is stand-up comedian. So let's see what the problem states. This is the problem. So there is a guy called Eve, guy or girl. She's a very big stand-up comedian. She pretends herself, but she's a beginner. Since she's a beginner, there are only two spectators for the show, and that spectator's name is Alice and Bob. And as any other stand-up comedian, she writes a set of jokes. We call it A1, A2, A3, A4. These are the types of jokes you have prepared to deliver. Now, it doesn't mean that few may like the jokes and few may does not like. Same in the case of Alice and Bob. Now, if you tells type 1 joke, both Alice, let's call this guy as Alice and this guy as Bob. Alice also likes it and Bob also likes it. If Eve tells a joke of type 2, Alice likes it but Bob doesn't like it. And if Eve tells a joke of type 3, Bob likes it but Alice doesn't like it. And type 4, both of them does not like it. Okay, these are the rules that they give. Now, initially, this is the show that where the jokes are happening. Initially, both of their moods are zero. They just walk into the show with zero expectations. Let's consider like that. Now, if any of them likes the show, if any of them likes the joke, their mood increases by 1. Okay, for one joke, if they like it, their mood increases by 1. If they do not like it, their mood decreases by 1. They are telling that if any of their moods is strictly less than 0, they just walk out of the show. That means if any of their mood is -1, the show ends also, and both Alice and Bob together goes out of the show. This is one condition when the show have to end. The show can also end when everything is fine, their mood is always kept positive or 0. That is, you is able to perform all A1, A2, A3, A4 jokes keeping their mood positive. Okay, that is also a way when the show ends. Now, Eve is asking for our help. She knows what Alice likes, she knows what Bob likes, and she knows all the types of jokes. Our job is to arrange these jokes in such a manner that the duration of the show is maximum. So let's suppose A1, A2, A3, A4 are the types of jokes, and we have like 2 jokes, 3 jokes, 4 jokes, 5 jokes. 2 jokes both like them, and 3 jokes only Alice likes and Bob doesn't, and so on. So what we can do is we can take 1 joke from here, 2 jokes from here, and 1 joke from here, and again 1 joke from here. Since we took 1 here and 1 here, it will be 2. So we just need to arrange so that the count should be maximum. That's our overall goal. We should code it and make you happy. So now let's see the constraints and the solution, like the examples that they gave in the question. Then we'll try to code it. Now the constraint states that A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 is greater than or equal to 1. Means what? There is at least one type of joke you has. It is not like you comes with empty handed, like there are no like 0 jokes. There is at least one joke it may like or may not like that. So that constraint is very important. Now let's see the example. First, when you see it's 5000, okay, 5 means what? A1. So both of them likes. So Eve delivers all the jokes. Alice and Bob became very happy. The show lasted for like 5 minutes. So that's why it's 5. Now, first one is 0 in the second example. That means what? He doesn't have a joke that both Alice and Alice and Bob likes. He doesn't have a joke Alice likes. He doesn't have a joke Bob likes alone. He has only 5 jokes where Bob and Alice does not like. That means what? He delivers 1 joke. Both Alice and Bob's mood decreases by 1. That is -1. What did I tell you? If it is -1, the show gets cancelled and both of them walk out of the show. And that's why you can go for only 1 minute with 1 joke. 2, 5, 10, 6, we'll try to trace it out with the help of an example. And 3007. So this also we can try it now. So 3007. This is A1, A2, A3, A4. Now Alice and Bob's both mood becomes +3 because both of them likes the joke. There is not like neither of them likes the joke. He doesn't have anything, but he has 7 jokes which both of them does not like. Now in the result he have 3, right? For 3 minutes he can tell jokes. Then 7 minutes he have material to tell the jokes that Bob and Alice does not like. So he takes 1 here, 6 remaining, means what? 3 minus 1, 2. Okay, he takes 1 joke from here. This is their mood. Okay, their mood decreased to 2. Now 6 remaining. Now let's take 6, 1 more plus 1 here, minus 1, that is mood decreased to 1 and our duration increased by 1. Now 1, 5 remaining. Now again we go for the same thing, that is plus 1 minus 1, their mood decreased to 0, and again we are going for the 1 more joke. Mood is 0 only, they still did not walk out of the show. Now it's minus 1, this is plus 1. 4, 5, 6, 7. He can deliver joke for 7 minutes and both of their moods is minus 1 now. So they come out of the show. So now the game is stopped. So we got a total of like 7. So even if you did not get, no problem. We'll try to understand it further with the help of this 2, 5, 10, 6 example. So I hope this example is clear. Let's try to trace it out. Now A1, A2, A3 and A4, 2, 5, 10, 7. Okay, now our 2, 5, 10 and 6. Now our job is to give a general formula or a way where we can calculate this. Let's say that if both of them likes now, in the duration we can say it's 2, right? 2 is logged. Now what do you mean by A2 and A3? Let's say we are not considering this for the time being. Let's say Alice's mood is 0 and Bob's mood is also 0. Now if we take A2 alone, Alice gets plus 1 and Bob gets minus 1, right? Here you have to notice one thing. Alice and Bob does not have a 0 as a starting point, because we saw, right, if A1 is 0, we can definitely say that there will be only one joke that will drag them to negative. So whenever A1 equal to 0, we can simply print 1. This is a very important thing to note. Only when A1 is greater than 0, we have to proceed with our calculations. So what do we do now? Instead of 0, we assume Alice have 1 and Bob has 1. Okay. Now when Alice mood increases by 1, Bob mood decreases by 1. So 5 becomes 4 now. That's it. So now what is the result? Alice mood is 2, Bob's mood is 0. Now we are not including one more element from A2, because Alice becomes 3, Bob becomes minus 1, the game ends. We are not gonna do that. Now what we do? We go for A3. A3 we take one element from here. That means 0 plus 1, Alice will be minus 1. So Alice will get a mood of 1, Bob will also get a mood of 1. And similarly we just keep on alternating until both of them just keep that 1 0 0 1 or 1 1 balance. We just keep on alternating that. Okay, if we go 4 again, it will be plus 1, this will be minus 1. So this becomes 2, this becomes 0. So 4 becomes 3, because we already took the 1 here. Now the question is, what 5 10 we have, right? 2 we already locked, both of them like it, so no problem with that. How long should you alternate? The answer is, what is the minimum number? You have 5, right? 5 times you keep on alternating so that that balance is maintained, plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. So both of them will have a very good balance. So here you take 5 together, it will be 0. Here you take the minimum value, that is 5, here again, that is 5. So how much you got? 2 into min of A2 comma A3, and that's how you derive it. Now again 2 5 10 6, right? You take 2 together plus min of 2 plus 2 into min of A2 comma A3. So how did we get this? A2 comma A3 is the minimum value. We just want to keep on alternating between both, so that's why we kept this 2 into. Even if we take 5 from here, we need to take 5 from A3 also, so that is there. Now this will give us, we are sure that this will definitely give a number that is positive. So suppose, let's say this is the number, it's a very big number there, this is their mood. Now A1 is there, A2 is there, A3 is there, A4 is there. We processed A1, we processed A2, A3, we try to process A4 now. Now A4 can have two cases, right? A4 is what both of them does not like. It can be lesser than this, or it can be so big and like this. Okay, if mood is something like, let's say 10, A4 can be 3 also, or A4 can be 20 also. Now if we want to make it 0, suppose let's say mood is positive, we can consume the entire A4, right? The mood will still be positive. So 10 plus 3, 10 plus 3 is what? 13 is the overall duration, but their mood value will be 10 minus 3. So when A1 is greater than A4, this thing happens. What if A1 is less than A4? Consider this and this. In this case, who is the minimum value? We can make 10 to 0 now. So 10 becomes 0. From this one, we take 10 here. We want, using this 20, we are borrowing 10 from the negative values and subtracting it. So it becomes 0. Now how many are remaining? 10 more are remaining. With 10 from here, 10 from A4, we killed A1's positive attitude. We brought it to 0. Now 10 more are remaining. Now they told 0 is okay, but one more we can give. So from this one, we'll borrow one more here. That is 0 minus 1 minus 1. So what happened here? If A1 is less than A4, you do always A1 plus 1 is the total thing, because with A1, with A4 is bigger, we take all the values here, the mood decreases to 0, then only when their mood is less than 1, less than 0, they come out of the show. And that's why to make that, to get that minus 1 mood only, we are using A1 plus 1. How do we generalize this? Let's see. So here we already got 2 into, that is A1 plus 2 into min of A2 comma A3. Now we got something like A1 plus 1 comma, I told A4, right? A4. What should be the minimum value? Okay, this is plus. Now if you notice one more thing, from here we got A2 and A3, we got 10 and 5, right? That is 2, 5, 10, 6 means 2 goes here and 2 into 5 comma 10 goes here, but 5 from here remains, right? 5 from here. What to do with it? So even after doing all this, even after your mood is super positive, with A1 plus 2 into min of A2 plus A3, with 2 of this, if their mood is super positive, A4 is very small, and there will be some balance, right? With this min of A2 comma A3, there will be some balance. If you see 5, 10, 5 is remaining in A3. What to do with that? Nothing, right? You can just simply add up. In order to add up, you just simply cannot sum this one. What you have to do is, you take how did we derive this 5? This is the absolute value of A2 minus A3. That is the exact difference between two guys. So A2 comma A3, you add up to A4. So this one together plus the super mood. So what did we get now? A1 plus 2 into min of A2 comma A3 plus min of A1 plus 1 comma absolute value of A2 minus A3 plus A4. Again, I'll try to explain very fast. So A1 means what? Both Alice and Bob likes it. Their mood keep on increasing. 2 into min of means what? Always positive. We just need to maintain the balance. One joke to him, because it is keep on alternating. That's it. Now this guys, after alternating, there will be some set of difference, right? If Bob or Alice will have an advantage, like one of the guys will have a super positive mood, so that is where absolute value comes in. Then plus A4, this actually helps to drag the mood down. Then A4 means both of their mood decreases. Now what does A1 plus 1 mean? So if the mood is too high, if the mood is too high, and even after decreasing everything, if the mood is too high, we take only the minimum of this. if the mood is less and a3 is so high, we take the exact number, that is a1, because we are sure that the positive number always stays here and it becomes 0. But 0, no one leaves the show. We take one more element because there is always an extra joke that is there. With a4 and absolute value of a2 minus a3, you subtract it by 1, it will be -1. And this is the same code that I have wrote. So this is the code, you can just check. This is the only thing that we need. Make sure if there are no positive jokes available, if a1 is 0, then definitely one of them will get -1. So we end the show. So that's how. If you have any doubts, please feel free to drop in comments. We'll try to answer.